Okay. I'm going to be 100% completely blunt, honest with you, wrestling fans tonight. 100%. Straight shoot with you, wrestling fans tonight. We are just a couple days away from Crown Jewel. We just got off of Evolution. We're just a couple weeks away from Survivor Series. A lot of things going on in WWE. Superstars dropping like flies. Not going to Crown Jewel. Now we're not seeing Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles at Crown Jewel. Instead, we saw it tonight on Smackdown Live, which was a great opener to the match, to Smackdown, by the way. Congratulations, WWE. You did something good tonight. It was a good starting for SmackDown. Would like to see it again in the future. Would like to see it on pay-per-view in the future. So, don't just niche that entire rivalry. Don't just niche everything about AJ and Daniel Bryan. I am just telling you that right now. Redo that rivalry later on in the future, and let's see it again. Telling you that right now, right here at the beginning of this review. Not only that, seeing as how we're talking about the WWE Championship picture and the start of the show right here at the beginning of this review, but Samoa Joe. Okay. Crown Jewel this Friday. You needed a replacement for Daniel Bryan, since how he's not making a trip to Saudi Arabia for Crown Jewel. You go back to the well. You go back to your old rivalry, your heated rivalry between Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. Something that has been brewing for months now. Something that's been brewing since August. SummerSlam. Look, I'll give it through Crown Jewel. After that, I don't want to see it anymore. Nada. I don't want to see Samoa Joe in the main event anymore. I'm sorry. For all you Samoa Joe fans out there, I'm done. It's just like Braun Strowman. If you don't put the title on him now, then don't. How many times can we see Strowman and Joe get this close and fail each and every time? Because that's what's going to happen this Friday at Crown Jewel. Samoa Joe is not going to go in the Crown Jewel and walk out the WWE champion. Samoa Joe is being placed as the number one contender because Daniel Bryan is not going to make the trip. Refuses to make the trip. He's not walking out the champion. AJ Styles is going to hold on to that title through TLC, more than likely, and into the Royal Rumble. Probably. How many times do we really need to see Samoa Joe fail? How many times can we see Samoa Joe fail before we all just get absolutely sick and tired of it? I know I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of watching it. Put the Miz or somebody else in there to get that spot now, because a rivalry with him and AJ Styles would be more intriguing now than seeing Samoa Joe in that spot. I'm tired of seeing it. Done. Finished. Sayonara. Comprende. Anybody that wants to argue that point, anybody that thinks Samoa Joe deserves to be in the main event spot continuously now all the way throughout the end of the year, you let me know in the comments below, but I still think that you are full of it. Full of it. Now, on with the rest of the show. Charlotte gets asked to be the captain of Team SmackDown on the way to the Survivor Series. Will she be the captain of SmackDown's girls team? She doesn't want to be. She doesn't feel like she is the right choice. Kind of surprised I heard this. I kind of like that I heard this. It's a different dynamic of Charlotte. Usually she's right on top of everything, wanting to be the queen, the awesome, greatest of all time woman. Not this time. She's defeated. She's demolished because she was not the last woman standing at Evolution. WWE giving us a different dynamic here than what we usually see of Charlotte. Now, Paige telling her, oh, well, still a few weeks off from the Survivor Series. You go and think about it and give me an answer later on. So, more than likely, Charlotte will accept being the team captain, which, honestly, does make the most sense because she is the biggest name on the SmackDown Live roster for the women. And as far as the ones that get pushed the most. So, look, go ahead and give her that spot. But it is nice to see a different dynamic of Charlotte here this week. Big E! Oh, girl, oh. We saw the Brood come back to the WWE tonight as the New Day. We're playing Trick or Treat for all of us. Halloween came early tonight. The Brood was played their theme song and their entrance, and the New Day spit out blood and all that stuff, just like back in the Attitude Era. So that was cool to see. But we had Halloween Street Fight. WWE, just like they always do every time there's a holiday or there's a big celebration or anything of that nature, they always throw in that one matchup that is really for the family, for the kids, that it makes them all happy. It's a feel-good matchup because there's pumpkins and there's candy cane long sticks to hit each other with. Or there's Christmas trees and things of that nature, or presents and all different types of stuff. Or you're bobbing for apples. And Xavier Woods bobbed for apples tonight because the Big Show dunked him in to the big can to bob for apples tonight. So, whatever the case, Big E victorious. This was, look, anytime you see a match like this, it's designed for the baby faces to win. New Day victorious. Probably means that Cesaro and Sheamus will retain the tag team championships at Crown Jewel because New Day won here. We'll have to see. Eventually, New Day is going to win back the tag team championships. That is the only reason why the Bar won the titles in the first place. One thing that's very interesting about what happened tonight is the World Cup. For those of you that watched this edition of SmackDown, you saw in the main event The Miz and Randy Orton team up to face Jeff Hardy and Rey Mysterio. All four of these competitors will be taking place in the World Cup this coming Friday. And let me tell you, Shane McMahon said whoever makes it to the finals, if you lose to the Raw superstar that makes it to the finals, will be fired. Which means you're going to Monday Night Raw. At the end of SmackDown tonight, Randy Orton stood victorious, posing, dropping RKOs like flies. Randy Orton, I have a feeling, will be going straight to Monday Night Raw. Randy Orton had his final farewell on SmackDown tonight. But you have to look at this. You know, Roman Reigns is gone. They need somebody to help carry that show. Vince McMahon going back to the well, going back to what he knows works, and that is Randy Orton. That's number one. Number two, WWE on SmackDown still has The Miz, still has Jeff Hardy, still has Rey Mysterio, still has Nakamura, still has Samoa Joe, Styles, Daniel Bryan, all those big names, plus Charlotte and Becky Lynch, that rivalry that everybody's enjoying right now. So, yeah, a lot to work with. Randy Orton really will not be a big damage to SmackDown Live. Putting him on Monday Night Raw helped carry that show. Speaking of Becky Lynch, real short, quick, and to the point. She's going out to Survivor Series to disarm the baddest woman on the planet. Rowdy Ronda Rousey. She's not here for total divas, for some reality show. She's not here to cut some big, huge promo on her. She's here to make a short, quick statement, and that was to pretty much break her arm at Survivor Series. That was it. But that was a pretty short, quick, and she seemed very determined about what she was going to do at Survivor Series. Nakamura and Archers. Now, what can you say about this? Nakamura, you needed something for him to do. He's barely on TV anymore. Archers, it's nice seeing his dance break. It's cool to have him on TV every once in a while. I like seeing Truth TV, honestly. I'd rather see Truth TV than him wrestling. But his dance breaks, and it gives Carmella something to do too. So that's a good dynamic, that pair. But Nakamura wins here. And look, the biggest thing for him is Survivor Series when he faces Seth Rollins in Intercontinental Championship versus United States Championship. That's what everybody's looking forward to. And other than that, Show opened up with a brilliant, awesome WWE Championship matchup that, look, opening up the show with a match every once in a while, it is okay. Look, you don't always have to open up the show with a standard 20-minute promo. Had a nice little short promo, and then, bam, 30-minute matchup to open up the show. It wasn't some long-winded 30-minute promo like we usually see in WWE TV. So I like how they opened up the show tonight. It was a different dynamic for the television show tonight, this week on SmackDown. Really enjoyed that. And I hope we see more out of AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan in the future. But that is SmackDown Live. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter at 2007Webby. Tune in tomorrow for my Crown Jewel preview and predictions. Go back and watch Monday Night Raw review, where we talk about Dean Ambrose's new heel persona, where we talk about Brock Lesnar being on Monday Night Raw, amongst everything else. Go back and tune into that. Plus everything else that you missed on the channel so far. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.